Greetings and a good evening. Welcome to the Atarangi. Klaus, what are we doing today? Because I have no idea.
Well, there was supposed to be something else. But, well, we didn't finish it on time. So here's a new series that we will run when we don't finish videos in time. It's called Let's Watch. And in this series we watch public domain movies, along with you guys. There will be discussions about the stuff, we will be trying to look at the effects and explain how they work. Kowalski is here, say hi Kowalski. So today we are watching Night of the Living Dead, and let's just get right on into the movie.
Alright. I'm curious.
This is one of the first ever zombie movies.
An Image 10 production.
We are watching the non-colored version, as I believe the colored version is still within copyright.
Probably. Also, it fits better, you know? We're going for the really old aesthetic.
Also, this movie comes with convenient black sidebars to put our characters on.
That car, I love it.
Night of the Living Dead. John Russo.
And George Romero.
The Latent Image Incorporated. Damn, photographed by.
Oh, back in the day they didn't put car sounds over the actual car sounds.
It was just car sound.
It was just the actual car sound.
Nice volume thing. I don't know if they saw it, but I
No.
did. No, probably not.
That was a bit too loud for me.
Pittsburgh.
Wow, that cemetery entrance sign really needs to be replaced.
It should be buried at the cemetery.
Actually bury it. Here lies the cemetery entrance sign.
No movie today would start with this long of a just silent entrance roll.
Yeah, I think most people would just walk out of the cinema at this point.
I mean, to be fair, it is kind of boring. It's not too bad though.
It's just setting the setting a bit, right?
Ah yes, setting the setting
Mm-hmm.
of This is America.
Yes, this is America, we have car.
They ought to make the day the time change.
Oh, would you look at that? He smokes.
What?
It's still
Well,
allowed in
8 o'clock and
movies
it's
at this
still
point.
A lot of good the extra
course.
daylight does us. Now, we've still got a 3-hour drive
Back in the
back.
day
We're
was
not
a
going to be
statement
home until
piece.
after midnight.
Well, if it really bugged you, Johnny,
Also, this guy has the old movie American accent, and like no one has that
I
accent.
figure we're either going to have to move Mother out here or move the grave into Pittsburgh.
She can't make a trip like this.
Oh, no, that she can't. Is there any of that candy left?
No.
Look at this thing.
Acting has become better since this movie.
You know, I don't even remember what the man looks
I mean, I hope.
Johnny, it takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes to put the wreath on the grave and 6 hours to drive back and forth. Mother wants to remember, so we trot 200 miles into the country and she stays at home.
Well, we're here, John, all right?
We're back on? Oh. Ladies and
Hey,
gentlemen,
Sponsored
we're
by
coming back on the air
Pontiac.
after an interruption due to technical problems.
I don't know if it actually was. Kowalski,
It might
do
be.
you know if it actually was?
I don't know what exact car it is though.
Pontiac.
Nothing
Yeah,
wrong
well,
with
it's a
the radio.
Pontiac, but it's
Just been a station.
a certain model.
Which row is it in?
It's the Pontiac.
Yo, that's actually this is a film from the time where cars actually had names and not just XA1256.
Not names like the children of Elon Musk.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. That checker tie, I love it. Actually,
Yeah, by the way. Yeah.
is this
Well, there's
is
no
this
one around.
video we're watching? Is it upscaled?
You'd gotten up earlier.
It's stabilized.
Look, I already
The
lost
pixel
an hour's
quality
sleep
looks
with
really
the
good.
time change.
I think
I
you
mean,
complain
film
just
is
to hear
really high
yourself
quality
talk.
in general.
True.
There.
Yeah.
Like, this is before
Yeah, this
all
is an
digital.
analog. This is analog cameras.
Mm-hmm. By the way, if you want this movie without us blabbing on about it, over top it, it's a free movie, it's public domain,
I
just
wonder
find it
what
somewhere
happened to
else.
the one from last year. Each
It's
year
like
we spend
20 of
good
them on
money on
YouTube.
these things. We come out here and the one from last year's gone.
Well, the flowers die, and the caretaker or somebody takes them away.
Yeah, a little spit and polish. You can clean this
That
up.
acting.
Sell it next year. Wonder how many times we bought the same one.
That acting was kind of terrible.
I mean, acting was kind of terrible.
Look at that. The man has two
Hey, come on,
pencils.
Barb. Church was this morning, huh?
Those are pens.
Yeah, pencil.
Or lightning be like.
Nice way of simulating it.
Hey, I mean, praying's for church, huh? Come on.
I haven't seen
This
you in
guy
church
is so
lately.
annoying.
Well, not much sense in
He's
my
just
going
like,
to
I want
church.
to go home.
Do you remember one time when we were small, we were out here? It was from right over there. I jumped out at you from behind the tree, and Grandpa got all excited, and he shook his fist at me, and he said, "Boy, you be damned to hell." Remember that? Right over there. Well, you used to really be scared here.
Johnny,
You're still afraid.
stop it now. I mean it.
Spooky!
Ooh, spooky.
They're coming
Ooh,
to get
graveyards
you,
be
Barbara.
scary.
Stop it.
Graveyards
You're
only be
ignorant.
scary
They're
at night.
coming for you, Barbara.
Stop
To
it.
be fair,
You're acting
anything
like
is
a
pretty
child.
scary at night.
They're coming for you.
Yeah, but there's something about
Look,
graveyards.
There comes one of them now.
He'll
There
hear you.
actually do
Here
come
he
one of
comes
them
now.
now.
He actually
getting
is.
He be coming.
He actually is doing the zombie walk as well.
I mean, look at his clothes. They're stained and stuff. Obviously, he's so...
Johnny! Help me!
I mean, he's not doing it as well, but
I mean, he's shambling.
yes. And actually, these days most of them shamble like they do
Most
in
of
The
them
Walking
move
Dead.
pretty fast.
Yeah. Also, I love that this is a movie. I don't know if it's gonna come up further ahead, but he just killed them on the rock. It's not that he's like eating them.
Nah, he just rocked him.
One of the reasons why that's probably not a thing
Or
yet is-
fast zombie hype.
Yeah. One of the reasons why that's probably not a thing yet is because of the effects not being there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just go barefoot, honestly. Also, your boyfriend probably has the car keys.
They're probably still in the car.
No. Ah yes, because that's gonna help. Also, this is America. Weren't guns like popular yet back then, or like?
Actually, gun laws are looser now than they were back then.
Really?
Fact check me on that, Kowalski,
Whoa.
but I believe so, yeah.
Whoa, is this the first zombie that knows how to use a doorknob?
Yeah, so, where zombies come from is, in Haiti, the country. That's where the idea of zombies to the Western people came from. So Western people that came to that place encountered them. Because
Yeah.
there's a poison there that they use to turn people into zombies. Like actually
yeah.
in real life.
Yeah, I've heard about this story.
And that's actually what the entire zombie thing is based on. Because
Also-
those people die, get buried and got brought back. So this guy isn't like a rotting corpse, because that's not what zombies were at the start.
Yeah. Did she pulled something, and I thought it was gonna be the latch for the hood, but apparently
I think
it
it's
was
the
a handbrake.
handbrake. He do be moving kinda groovy.
Also, this woman is running barefoot.
So what? It's
Also-
on the road, it's fine.
Also, woman, take off your jacket. It's too long and it's not helping you run
It's
fast.
protect. It's armor.
Yes, but it's not helping you run fast.
It's not helping a run slower either. It's fine. It's not that long. It's open at the front as well.
Oh, the tree. Oh no, no. Not the tree. There's a house.
This a house.
It's a house.
I love that the musicians are just absolutely hammering it.
That might not actually have been scripted. That fall and slide.
I mean, surely, like, this must have been terrifying back in the day when, like, this type of stuff wasn't a real thing yet.
Yeah, like, especially for like a first off movie,
Yeah.
must have been horrifying.
Kowalski, were people very scared of this movie?
Ma'am, that zombie has already smashed your window. This door isn't gonna help.
Yes, Johnny!
Imagine.
Just instantly transitions into The Shining.
What are you looking for?
Like, movies used to have so much less talking in them.
Yeah, but you don't even need talking, to be honest. That lamp is smashed. That's not a good thing.
No, it's a lamp. Don't stab a leg, please.
Yes, be careful, you have sharp knife.
Walking barefoot next to smashed lamp.
Yeah, that's actually also not a smart move. It came in through the window.
His head of animal up top.
Yeah, I don't know what that is on the right.
On the right, I don't know. On the left, it looks like a deer or something. I love that all movies used to use that sound for scary things, like.
Yeah. And then like the rapid cuts of all of the heads, of course.
Yeah.
Hey, Wyatt.
He looked so slightly annoyed at that stick.
That's not gonna work.
So did you just try calling with one number?
Yes.
Is that a thing?
No. I don't think
Maybe
it
the
is.
helpline was on like one number on those in America or something.
Yeah, Kowalski, fact check that. I wanna know. And the fans probably do too. Oh, you are not alone. What up, brothers?
I love that one of the things they do is they don't move their neck in like half of the scenes as zombies.
Yeah. Ah, yes, make more noise. Trap yourself high up. That's also a pretty smart plan.
Oh, he did.
Oh, he did.
Highly unfortunate. I'm sure that effect looked so bad in color though. In black and white it looked.
That sound is just on loop.
Oh, is man. Inside!
It's all right. Don't worry about him. I can handle him. Probably be a lot more of them as soon as they find out about us. The truck is out of gas. This pump out here is locked. Is there a key? We can try to get out here if we can get some gas. Is there a key?
Maybe
Is there a
actually
key,
answer.
women?
I suppose you've tried this.
Suppose you tried this. So he's the best actor so far.
Yes.
Do you live here?
What are
She's
yeah.
in shock from the guy.
Yeah.
I mean, understandable, haven't
That would do it.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ, it's Jason Bourne.
We've got to get out of here. We have to get where there's some other people. Maybe we better take some food. I'll see if I can find some food.
He sounds pretty cool though. He has a cool voice.
Do not open. Work together.
Panic.
I mean, you know he's up there, so...
He be leaky.
What's happening?
Oh, you think what's happening?
Oh, she's back.
What's
She can speak again.
happening?
Two of them.
Tactical zombies.
Tactical zombie inbound.
Have you seen any more around here? I can take care of those
know.
two.
I
Look,
don't
I know you're afraid, but we have
I
to...
don't know! I don't know! What's happening?
Alright, so they don't like lights.
Mm-hmm.
Bonk!
Bonk.
There was literally no sound effect for that bonk.
There is no
What's with
sound
that
effect for any of them.
No, these have sound.
Dude, you have problems.
No, he's fine. He's drunk.
He's the strongest man alive.
He's the bonkest man alive.
Also, the way that this is shot, he's actually hitting the ground.
Yeah, he's hitting the ground next to him. Like, stunt work wasn't as advanced yet.
I do see that they have, like, skin stuff on their face. So clearly they did have some, like, facial modification stuff.
Yeah, there's some effects and stuff.
Also, my dude, your lady you were trying to save is about to die.
He dropped whip.
I mean, you can probably choke them out. They don't seem that powerful.
Man be strong. He overpower all the zombies. Oh, he stabbed.
That's actually not that bad of an effect. You know, considering when this was filmed.
Another one.
And 4 more.
Another.
sure.
Another one. DJ!
Yeah, just close the door. They're not there. They don't exist.
There's a hammer next to him.
They know we're in here now.
Lady, what are you doing? Ah,
Don't get closer. Come on, huh?
Don't look at it.
oh, He wasn't actually meant to move his eyes. It's just he was struggling to not move his eyes.
No, I think he was meant to move his eyes. I think the...
Wait, so they only move when they can see you?
Maybe.
Interesting.
Right, so fire does something.
Yeah, I guess light.
So I'm guessing this guy knows something about what's going on.
He's probably been in this place before, deja vu. Or he's just too smart to figure it out.
He is the sharpest tool in the shed.
She picked up the hammer?
The hammer's not there anymore.
Get some more lights on in this house.
Or they moved the hammer in between scenes. On accident.
Mm-hmm. Probably. Oh yeah, it's there now.
The teleporting hammer. She just still has knife.
Yeah, you don't need to caress the knife, it's not gonna do anything.
It imbues it with luck, okay? How did he...
Why don't you see if you
Fair
can find
enough.
some wood, some board, something there by the fireplace, something we can nail this place up. God damn! Look, I know you're afraid. I'm afraid too. But we have to try to board the house up together. Now, I'm going to board up the windows and the doors. Do you understand? We'll be all right here. We'll be all right here until someone comes to rescue us. But we'll have to work together. You'll have to help me. Now, I want you to go in and get some wood so I can board the place up. Do you understand? Okay? Okay?
So I'm assuming in most of these movies we're not gonna see very many competent women.
Why not? Were they not competent at acting?
Oh no, that's not what I'm saying. I'm
Oh,
saying
yeah, no,
like
no, no.
in story.
Yeah. I guess it's like
The time.
with the time. Yeah. Is that what he asked you to do, my lady?
Ooh, fancy.
Yes.
The door! An ironing plank. Just a plank.
I mean, this man actually seems to know what he's doing.
I mean, quite possibly he has something to do with why this is happening. Because he seems to understand the zombies. Like, it feels like he understands what the zombies are doing.
Yeah.
So
Maybe
it
he
feels
was-
like he knows what they are.
Maybe he was a radio boy at the beginning.
Radio boy. Quite possible.
Also, he is pretty powerful because those doors were still solid back then.
Back day. Solid
They were-
back day.
They weren't made out of cardboard. She's moving like a zombie.
Yeah.
Also, I love how they're focusing on boarding up this door whilst like the back of the house somebody could be walking in and it'd be dead.
She's like so freaked out.
Yeah, I would definitely want to give her an award for her acting.
I mean, to be honest, probably the directing wasn't much better either.
Nails. Pick out the biggest ones you can find.
The guy is pretty good though.
Yeah, this room looks
Yeah,
pretty
he's
secure.
actually like really good.
If we have to, we can run in here and board up the doors.
The doors. He has a cool accent.
Won't be long for those things be back pounding their way in here. They're afraid now. They're afraid of fire. I found that out. You know a place back down the road called Beekman's? Beekman's Diner? Anyhow, that's where I found that truck I have out there. There's a
That's where you
radio in the
found the
truck.
truck.
Yeah, he found the truck.
I jumped in to listen to it when a big gasoline truck came screaming right across the road with there must have been 10, 15 of those things chasing after it, grabbing and holding on. I didn't see that
That's
at
actually a
first.
pretty good way of doing world building if you like
I
can't
could
show
just see
it.
that the truck was moving in a funny way. Those things were catching up to it. The truck went right across the road. Slammed on my brakes to keep from hitting it myself. It went right through the guardrail. I guess the driver must have cut off the road into that gas station by Beekman's Diner. It went right through the billboard, ripped over a gas pump, and never stopped moving. By now, it was like a moving bonfire. Didn't know if the truck was going to explode or what. Still hear the man screaming. This thing is just backing away from it. I looked back at the diner to see if there was anyone there who could help me. It was when I noticed that the entire place had been encircled. There wasn't a sign of life left except by now there were no more screams. I realized that I was alone with 50 or 60 of those things, just standing there, staring at me. I started to drive. I just plowed right through them. They didn't move. They didn't run or just stood there, staring at me.
Like deer in
Just
headlights.
wanted to crush them. They scattered through the air like bugs.
We were riding in the cemetery, Johnny and me. Johnny. We came to put a wreath on my father's grave. Johnny, and he said, "Can I have some candy, Barbara?" We didn't have any. And
I wanted to say the first half was actually
oh,
decent acting. The second half just
Here.
made her look like a child
What?
trying to tell a sob story.
Yeah, that's in the first half, not gonna lie.
Yeah, pretty much.
and he said,
We were silent
"Oh,
during
it's
his
late.
part because it was actually
Why
told
did
pretty
we
well.
start so late?"
Yeah, yeah.
And I said, "Johnny, if you'd gotten up earlier, we wouldn't be late." Johnny asked me if I were afraid. And I said, I'm not afraid, Johnny. And then this man started walking up the road. He came slowly, and Johnny kept teasing me and saying, he's coming to get you, Barbara. And I laughed at him and said, Johnny, stop it. And then Johnny ran away. And I went up to this man, and I was going to apologize.
She's just lying.
Keep calm.
And I looked up, and I said, good evening. And he grabbed me. He grabbed me, and he ripped at me. He held me, and he ripped at my clothes.
I think you should just calm down.
Oh, I screamed, Johnny! Johnny, help me!
You should probably listen to your
And he wouldn't let me go.
Survival expert.
survival expert and
And then
keep
Johnny
it down a
his-
little.
ran and he fought.
I mean, his story covered how he learned about the fire
I
fear.
got so afraid. I
Yeah,
ran.
so he might actually not have to do
ran.
anything with it.
Probably not at this point.
And Johnny didn't come. We've
Of
got-
course not, he broke his neck on a gravestone. Probably.
Maybe
It looked
we
like he
better
was
go out
pretty
and
close
get
to it.
him. We have to go out and get Johnny.
I mean, he's
out
gonna
there.
come back as a zombie, we know that.
Please, don't you hear
Yeah,
me?
probably.
We've got to go out and get him.
I'm sure it wasn't standard back
Please.
at this point.
We
It's
have
like,
got to go get Johnny. Please help me. Please.
Don't you know what's going on out there? This is no Sunday school picnic.
Don't you understand? My brother is alone.
Your brother is dead.
No, my brother is not dead.
he do be dead though.
Oh.
He just didn't move. She hit
I would
him
have
and
done
he
the
just
same.
didn't move.
I would have done the same. Good. Good. I was actually just about to tell the man. Just knock her out.
I loved it like
I mean,
they
it's-
did the
it's a
slap.
bad-
They did the slap and he just straight did not move from
It's-
it.
It's a bad thing having to knock out an accomplice. Because of the fact that if they break in now, he won't be able to, take her with him, So, what's that?
A radio.
A radio?
Yeah, that's a radio. Come on, how do you not
Because of
know
the
what a
obvious
radio
threat
looks
to
like?
untold numbers of citizens, and because of
Not
the
this
crisis
type
which
of
is
moment.
even now developing, this radio station will remain on
Guess
the
I'm a
air
bit
day
older
and
than you.
night. This station
Kappa.
and hundreds of other radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources through an emergency network hookup to keep you informed of all developments. At this hour, we repeat, these are the facts as we know them. There is an epidemic of mass murder being committed by a virtual army of unidentified assassins. The murders are taking place in villages, cities, rural homes,
Unidentified
and suburbs
assassins.
with no apparent
I mean,
reason
zombies
or
wasn't a
reason for the
term yet.
slayings. It seems to be a sudden, general explosion
Yeah, I
of
guess.
mass homicide.
What else would you describe them as? I wouldn't describe them as assassins. I think these days we would describe them like something like this. We would
I
describe
mean,
it as
he's
like
just saying, like, some people, like, the sources, some people say they look like normal people, some people say they don't. Like, the news guy only has what people told
There is
him.
no really authentic way for us to say who or what to look for and guard yourself against. Misshapen monsters. Reaction of law enforcement officials is one of complete bewilderment at this hour. So far, we have been unable to determine that any kind of organized investigation is yet underway. Police, sheriff's deputies, and emergency ambulances are literally deluged with calls for help. The scene can best be described as mayhem.
The
Mayors of Pittsburgh,
timpani player just vibing out in the background.
governors of several eastern
Also that fire
states
spread really fast.
have indicated the National Guard
I mean, he
may
put
be
oil on
mobilized
it, but-
at any moment, but that
Yeah, but still, like, even
the
then.
only advice
Oh, he's gonna
operators have been able to get
set a
from
trap, I
official
guess.
sources. It's for private citizens to stay in their
Perhaps.
homes behind locked doors.
I would do the
Do
same.
not venture outside for any reason until the nature of this crisis has been determined and until we can advise what course of action to take. Keep listening to radio and TV for any special instructions as this crisis develops further. Thousands of office and factory workers are being urged to stay at their places of employment. not to make any attempt to get to their homes. However, in spite of this urging and warning, streets and highways are packed with frantic people trying to reach their families or apparently to flee.
Streets would be packed.
We repeat, the safest course of action at this time is simply to stay where you are.
He's gonna sit the sofa outside.
Yeah, to keep him away. Sparta.
Pretty smart move. Wouldn't have done that.
What?
Tossed the leg
Ladies and
out.
gentlemen, we've just
He just
received
lost
word
the
that
leg.
the president has called a
Hey,
meeting of
he
his
still has
cabinet.
4 left. I have 3
The
left.
sudden epidemic of murder which has seized the
I
eastern
think he has 4 left. I think this was a 5-legged
meeting is
table.
scheduled to convene within the
Might have
hour.
been.
Members of the presidential cabinet will be joined
I think I saw them like go to like a
and
middle
join the chief behind closed
leg.
doors. White House spokesman in announcing
Stay
this
behind
conference
closed
said there will be an
doors.
official announcement
Well, this man knows what to do
following
apparently.
that meeting.
This man knows how to close a door.
Received in our newsroom.
What if we built a quick not door?
Washington, D.C. now tells
What
us
if we
that the
block a
emergency
quick door?
presidential conference
What if we
just will
undoor the
include
door?
high-ranking scientists from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. That's the extent of this latest bulletin. Members of his cabinet, the FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and scientists from
Dramatic zoom in.
all radio and TV stations.
What if we dismantle a quick door?
Thank you for listening. Have joined their facilities in an emergency network
She's
to bring you
back.
this news as it develops.
Back
We
from
urge
the
you to
dead.
stay tuned to radio and TV and to stay indoors at all costs. Late reports reaching this newsroom tell of frightened people seeking refuge in churches, schools, and government buildings, demanding shelter and protection from the wholesale murder which apparently is engulfing much of the nation. Law enforcement officials are at a loss to explain or even at this hour.
Is he just nailing a door to a door?
Yes.
I mean, to be honest, that makes a door stronger and
I
harder.
mean, he might be nailing it to a window because there's curtains. Yeah, he's nailing it to windows.
Quoted as saying, quote, "Tell the people for God's sake to get off the streets. Tell them to go home and lock their doors."
Tell the people for God's sakes.
What kind of murder-happy characters we have here.
Time for a ciggy.
I mean, pretty normal at the day.
Yeah, but like, it's like, I have just boarded up a window. Time for a cigarette.
These eyewitness accounts variously describe the murderers as ordinary-looking people, misshapen monsters, people who
Quickly
look
checking.
like they're in a trance, and things that look like people but act like animals. Some eyewitnesses tell of seeing victims who look as though they had been torn apart. This
He's thinking.
Oh, torn apart. That is. So that points to the fact that they actually are.
Yeah, but he's also thinking the corpse upstairs was the man or the woman because he found woman's shoes.
Trying to look for a bullet.
Leather action.
I think he just found what he was looking for.
All boxes. Boxes.
Well, I mean, having a gun in a situation like this really helps.
Similar killings have been reported around the Houston and Galveston areas, but nothing like.
I found a gun and some bullets out there.
It was only late yesterday
Oh,
that
and
it
these.
first became clear we were facing some kind of national emergency. When first reports began filtering in, newsmen and law enforcement agencies were of the opinion
This
that
place is boarded up pretty solid now.
in nature. However, as these
We ought to be all right here for a while.
dramatically, it was soon apparent that
We have
this
the
was
gun
something
and
more than the
bullets.
usual run of lawlessness.
Food and the radio.
Officials began to suspect an obscure kind of conspiracy.
Sooner or later, someone
Things as
bound to come and get us out.
creatures from outer space. So again, we join with law enforcement agencies, urging you to seek shelter in a building. Lock the doors and windows securely.
Hey, that's us. We're doing all right.
Cautious of any suspicious strangers.
Agreed.
Keep tuned to your radio and television for survival instructions and further
So
details.
this woman weird, just good read
Look, I don't know if you're hearing me,
Goes on in the absence of any
but I'm going upstairs now.
It's almost as though some critical balance of
If anything should try to break in here, I can hear it from up there. I'll be down to take care of it.
savage killers. We repeat, this radio station.
Everything is all right for now. I'll be back to reinforce the windows and doors later.
What if
But you'll
she's
be
not
alright for now,
weird,
okay?
but she's just extremely racist and does not want to talk to
Okay.
you?
What if she is turning?
Civil defense
Now, what if
officials
she's
in
just
Cumberland
extremely
have told
racist?
that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers.
Alright, so they are eating the corpses. Looks like a woman's corpse, actually.
Yeah, it's a woman.
It's a woman.
Also, previously that was not an actual body, now it is an actual person lying there. And you can see that they are breathing. At the shoulder.
And now it's back to a puppet.
Yep, yeah. Also, no, it's still a human.
No, it's a puppet, but...
No, because I saw her face.
No, it's porcelain.
Is it porcelain?
Yes.
I'm not sure.
I saw it reflect the light like porcelain.
Consistent reports from witnesses to the effect that people who acted as though they were in a kind of trance were killing and eating their victims prompted authorities to examine the bodies of some of the victims. Medical authorities in Cumberland have concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating the flesh of the people they murdered. Repeating this latest bulletin just received moments ago from Cumberland, Maryland, civil defense authorities have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Medical examination of victims' bodies shows conclusively that the killers are eating the flesh of the people they kill. And so this incredible story becomes more ghastly with each report. It's difficult to imagine such a thing actually
I like that the radio man said that like 5 times in a row.
Receiving and passing on to you reports which have been verified as completely as is possible in this confused situation. It is happening, and it would appear that no one is safe from this wave of mass murder.
More survivors, good.
More human.
Hold it! Don't shoot! We're from town. A radio.
County, Pennsylvania. The Butler County Sheriff has verified that reports
A radio.
of murder victims being partially
Did he have a machete?
is true. No
Think so, yeah.
details available at this time.
Well, it's good. There's 4 of them now.
Down there. I could use some help up here.
That's the cellar. It's the safest place.
You mean you didn't hear the racket we were making up here?
How were we supposed to know what was going on? Could have been those things for all we knew.
That girl was screaming. Sure, you must know what a girl screaming sounds like. Those things don't make any noise. Anybody would know somebody if they needed help.
Look, it's kind of hard to hear what's going on from down there.
We thought we could hear screams, but for all we knew, that could have meant those things were in the house afterward.
And you wouldn't come up and help.
Well, if there were more of
The
them.
racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How were we supposed to know what was going on?
Now, wait a minute. You just got finished saying you couldn't hear from down there. Now you say it sounded like the place was being ripped apart. It would be nice if you get your story straight, man.
All right, now you tell me. I'm not going to take that kind of a chance when we got a safe place. We luck into a safe place, and you're telling
why
us
did
we
you
gotta
come out?
risk our lives just because somebody might need help, huh?
Yeah, something like that.
All right, why don't we settle this?
Well, mister, we came up. Okay, we're here. Now I suggest we all go back downstairs before any of those things find out we're in here.
They can't get in here.
You got the whole place boarded up?
Yeah, most of it. All but a few spots upstairs. They won't be hard to fix.
You're insane. The cellar's the safest place.
I'm telling you, they can't get in here.
And I'm telling you, those things turned over our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. Now you tell me those things can't get through this lousy pile of wood?
His wife and kids downstairs. The kid's hurt.
Well, I still think we're better off up here.
I mean, at least you can fall back from here.
With
Yeah.
all of us working, we could fix this place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs with us. Man, you're really crazy. You know that? You got 1,000,000 windows up here. All these windows. You're gonna make them strong enough to keep these things out, huh?
I told you those things don't have any strength. I smashed 3 of them and pushed another one out the door.
Did you hear me when I told you they turned over our car?
Oh, hell, any good 5 men can do that.
That's my point. Only there's not going to be 5 or even 10. There's going to be 20, 30, maybe 100 of those things. And as soon as they know we're here, this place is going to be crawling with them.
Well, if there are that many, they'll probably get us wherever we are.
Look, the cellar. The cellar, there's only one door, right? Just one door, that's all we have to protect. Tom and I fixed it so it locks and boards from the inside. But up here, all these windows, why, we'd never know where they were going to hit us next.
You got a point, Mr. Cooper. But down in the cellar, there's no place to run to. I mean, if they did get
Exactly.
in, there'd be no back exit. We'd be done for. We can get out of here if we have
I would
to.
sleep
And we
in
got
the cellar.
windows to see what's going on outside.
Yeah, keep
But
a
down
couple
there
of
with
people
no
on guard.
windows, if a rescue party
Actually,
comes,
to
we
be
wouldn't even know.
honest,
But the cellar is
I
the
would rather
strongest
go to
place.
high ground.
cellar's a death trap.
I don't know, Mr. Cooper.
I would sleep in the cellar, but for the rest stay out of it.
Prep a way to get out of there and sleep in the middle of the room whilst having scouts outside.
I'm going back down to the cellar, and you better decide. Because I'm going to board up that door, and I'm not going to unlock it again no matter what happens.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Cooper.
No, I'm not going to wait. I've made my decision, now you make yours.
Now, wait a minute. Let's think about this. We can make it to the cellar if we have to. And if we do decide to stay down there, we'll need some things from up here. So let's at least consider this a while.
Looks like it's not a machete he's holding.
No, it's
You box yourself in the
Stone
cellar,
item
no
or
space
something.
to get in the house, you've had it. At least up here you have a fighting chance.
Oh, they're shuffling in.
The original guy is back.
More than there were.
Is it like
There are a lot out
5
back,
of them?
Yeah.
No, I mean, is it like, sorry. Is it only men?
Right now, yeah. But they actually did the effects pretty well of the fingers being chopped off there.
Don't pull the trigger if you don't have to. Now they know.
I mean, there's not gonna be infinite zombies. They're like in a Midwest field. There's not gonna be very many of them.
All right.
Bam!
Okay. You need to go for the head, my dude.
They don't know
I
that
guess
yet.
I guess they didn't know that yet. These days, if any human, like, I'm pretty sure these days, if any human just starts acting weirdly, and we assume that it's zombies, everybody will immediately know headshots. Oh wow, oh now there's women as well.
Also, there's a guy without a shirt. It's a naked lady.
I don't think they would even consider taking that risk these days.
Now they're starting to be a bit broken down.
I think when we upload this, we might have to make this an 18+ video.
I don't think it needs to be 18 plus.
Yeah, I did see nipples, and that is definitely not allowed these days.
Those things are going to be at every window and door in this
I mean, you say that,
We've got
but
to get down into the
we are
cellar.
watching it on YouTube right now, and it's not age restricted.
True.
I'm taking the girl with me.
You leave her here. Keep your hands off her. And everything else that's up here, too. Because if I stay up here, I'm fighting for everything up here. And the radio and the food is part of what I'm fighting for. Now, if you're going down the cellar, get.
The man's insane. He's insane. We've got to have food down there. We've got a right.
This is your house.
We've got a right.
You going down there with him?
Well,
Yes or no? This is your last chance. No beating around the bush.
Listen, I got a kid down there. She can't possibly. I couldn't bring her up here. She can't possibly take all the racket and those things smashing through the windows.
Well, you're her father. If you're stupid enough to go die in that trap, that's your business. However, I am not stupid enough to follow you. It is tough for the kid. Their old man is so stupid. Now, you get the hell down in the cellar. You can be the boss down there. I'm boss up here.
You bastards. You know, I won't open this door again. I mean it.
Mr. Cooper, with your help, we could...
With my help.
Let him go, man. His mind is made up. Just let him go.
Wait a
Bye.
minute. Judy, come on up here, honey.
You're gonna let them get hurt too, huh?
It's all right, honey. Go ahead. If we stick together, man, we can fix it up real good. There's lots of places we can run to up here. Mr. Cooper, we'd all be a lot
Yeah,
better off.
he's
if all three of us
decided
were
he's
working
ditching
together.
you, and he wants to die in the basement.
Hey. Hey, kid. He's wrong, you know. I'm not boxing myself in down there.
This radio station will remain on the air day and night.
Well, we're safe now.
Also, the kid is probably
Orders up
infected.
tight.
What about Tom and Judy?
They want to stay up there, let them. There are 2 other people upstairs, a man and a girl.
We heard you screaming.
Yeah, but I didn't know who they were, and I wasn't about to take any unnecessary chances.
Of course not, Harry.
Hey, at least you have a guitar. Or a guitar case. I don't know if there's an actual guitar inside.
It's Tommy gun inside.
Is she all right?
I don't know what it is. She feels warm. Maybe it's shock.
Where'd you get the bandage?
Some laundry in a basket. I tore a sheet.
Let them stay upstairs. Let them. Too many ways those monsters can get in up there. We'll see who's right. We'll see when they come begging me to let them in down here.
That's important, isn't it?
What?
To be right, everybody else to be wrong.
What do you mean by that?
Does anyone up there know why we're being attacked?
Whatever it isn't just happening here.
No, they decided not to discuss the most important information of trying to figure out what actually is going
Radio?
on.
Radio upstairs. I heard a news bulletin.
There's a radio upstairs and you boarded us in down here?
I know what I'm doing.
What did it say?
Nothing. Nothing. They don't know anything yet. There's mass murder everywhere, and people are supposed to look for a safe place to hide.
Take the boards off that door.
We are staying down here, Helen.
Harry, that radio is at least some kind of communication. If the authorities know what's happening, well, they'll send people for us to tell us what to do. How are we going to know what's going on if we lock ourselves in this dungeon?
He's from the olden days of woman is not allowed to say anything.
Together. But dying together isn't going to solve anything. Those people aren't our enemies.
Mr. Cooper! Mr. Cooper, Ben found a television set upstairs.
Let's go up. Tom?
Yeah.
If Judy would come downstairs for a few minutes, Harry and I could come upstairs.
Okay, yeah, right away.
Will you do it?
Do I have to?
Look, honey, nothing's gonna get done with them down there and us up here. Do this, for me.
Okay.
Okay, open up.
I hope the girl doesn't turn as she's down there. She doesn't deserve to die. Because I have the feeling that the girl is most definitely infected. Actually, I think that's blood on her shirt right there.
No, that's blood on a bandage, Barry.
She's all I have.
Oh yeah.
Why don't you
But
go upstairs?
Blindfold.
that does point to the fact that she has been bitten.
You do get more used to the whack acting over the course of the movie.
Yes. Your standard just automatically lowers.
Is this what
No.
it is like to watch sitcoms? Your standard just goes down.
Sitcoms are worse because there's laugh tracks and stuff.
I gotta go help Ben with the television.
I love that she just doesn't do anything.
She's just absolutely gone. She's in full mental asylum status.
She turned into plant.
No, a plant would be someone who can't even move.
Yeah,
Don't
she's
be
still.
afraid of me. I'm Helen Cooper. Harry's wife.
Fire.
This place is ridiculous. Look at this.
She's turning.
There's a million weak spots up here. Give me one of those.
Her brother was killed.
Ja, så.
How does she know that?
She probably got told by the other guy.
There could be 15 million of those things out there.
Off screen.
That's how much good these windows are.
Why don't you do something to help
How
somebody?
is she turning? Because of the blood she touched?
Maybe.
Here I have it. Drag a couple of those chairs together.
There's a socket over here. You better watch this and try to understand what's going on. I don't want anyone's life on my hands.
Is there anything I can do to
I don't want to hear any more from you, mister. If you stay up here, you take orders from me. And that includes leaving the girl alone.
It's on, it's on.
There's no sound. Play with the rabbit ears.
Reports, incredible as they seem, are not the results of mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria. What do they think? We're imagining all this? Shut up!
In all parts of the country. The wave of murder which is sweeping the eastern third of the nation is being committed by creatures who feast upon the flesh of their victims. First eyewitness accounts of this grisly development came from people who were understandably frightened and almost incoherent. Officials and newsmen at first discounted those eyewitness descriptions as being beyond belief. However, the reports persisted. Medical examinations of some of the victims bore out the fact that they had been partially devoured.
Would that actually have been like a videotape they played on the screen?
I'll interrupt to bring this to you.
Maybe.
This is the latest disclosure in a report from
I'm
National
not sure.
Defense Headquarters in Washington.
Wouldn't that television be
It has
worse
been
quality than the
established
film?
that persons who have recently died have been returning to life and committing acts of murder.
Like I would expect like scan lines and stuff, you know?
Investigation of reports from funeral homes, morgues, and hospitals has concluded that the unburied dead are coming back to life and seeking human victims.
Only the
It's hard for
unburied
us here
dead.
to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be a fact. When this
Yes.
emergency first began, radio and television was advising people to stay inside, behind locked doors for safety. Well, that situation has now changed, and we're able to report a definite course of action for you. Civil defense machinery has been organized to provide rescue stations with food, shelter, medical treatment, and protection by armed National Guardsmen. Stay
Right.
tuned to the broadcasting stations in your local area for this list of rescue stations. This list will be repeated throughout our news coverage. Look for the name of the rescue station nearest you and make your way to that location as soon as possible.
So we have that truck. If we can get some gas, we can get out of here.
There's a pump out by the shed.
I know that's why I pulled in here, but it's locked.
Called this afternoon by the President. Since convening this conference of the Presidential Cabinet, the FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the CIA has not produced any public information. Why are space experts being consulted about an earthbound emergency? So far, all the betting on the answer to that question centers on the recent Explorer satellite shot to Venus. That satellite, you'll recall, started back to Earth, but never got here. That's the space vehicle which orbited Venus and then was purposely destroyed by NASA when scientists discovered it was carrying a mysterious high-level radiation with it. Could that radiation be somehow responsible for the wholesale murders we're now suffering?
Working
Newsman
radiation
John
zombies.
Quinn in Washington has posed those questions.
It's obvious our best move is to try to get out of here.
How are you going to get over to that pump?
Look!
You're coming from a meeting regarding the explosion of the Venus probe, is that right?
Wow, yeah. Actually, I never thought about how they did these interviews back in the day.
Connection between this and the phenomenon.
There's a definite
But I guess they would have needed like really long cables.
In other words, you feel that the radiation on the Venus probe is enough to cause these mutations?
There was a very high degree of radiation.
Well, just a minute. I'm not sure that that's certain at all. I don't think that has been
logical
irrefutably
explanation that we
proved.
have at this time.
In other words, it is the military's viewpoint that the radiation is not the cause of the mutation.
I can't speak for the entire military at this time, gentlemen. I must disagree with these gentlemen presently until this is irrefutably proved.
Everything is being done that can be done.
We'll have to hurry for our next meeting.
Professor, you feel that there is a definite connection between them?
Definite connection as far as Dr. Keller and myself.
Doctor, please. I thought we decided that is not proved yet.
Was the satellite, when the satellite was exploded?
An unusual amount of radiation, enough to cause mutation under certain circumstances.
Could have happened.
Since green screening wasn't a thing back then, I'm assuming this was actually shot in Washington.
Will there be a reply later? Yes. There will be a reply.
I love how
Later this afternoon.
the TV is a cheap 2D cutout over top of the frame.
There will be a report this afternoon, sir.
Yeah, I think that's pretty much what it is. I didn't know Washington had changed that much. Also, that's right, that's the time when the president still drove in like a pretty regular car.
He said the rescue stations have doctors and medical supplies. If we could get Karen there, we could get help for her.
Romero is one of the world's foremost authorities on space science and technology.
Willard, I saw a sign that said
Authority on
Willard.
space
It's only about 17
science.
miles from here.
You know this area. You from around here?
Judy and I are both from around here. We were on our way up to the lake to go swimming. And Judy had a radio, and we heard the first reports about this. So we knew the old house was here, and we came in and found the lady upstairs dead. Then these other people came. We went down into the basement and put a bar across the door, and it is pretty strong.
How could we possibly get away from here? We've got a sick child, 2 women, 1 woman out of her head, 3 men, and the place is surrounded with these things.
For NASA. Dr. Grimes, your entire staff, I know, has been working very hard to find some solution to these things that are happening. Do you have any answers at this time?
Yes, we have some answers. But first, let me stress the importance of seeking medical attention for anyone who's been injured in any way. We don't know yet what complications might result from such injuries.
How bad has your kid been hurt?
Good advice, Doctor. Now, how about the basic
Look, you go down there and tell Judy? Yeah, you tell Judy to come up here and you stay with the kid, all right?
In the cold room at the university, we had a cadaver from which all 4 limbs had been amputated. Sometime early this morning, it opened its eyes and began to move its trunk. It was dead, but it opened its eyes and tried to move.
They want you upstairs. Did she ask for me?
She hasn't said anything.
I don't understand. Baby. It's Mommy.
I heard. I'll come back down as soon as I find out what they want.
Thank you, Judy.
The body should be disposed of at once, preferably by cremation.
Well, how long after death, then, does the body become reactivated?
It's only a matter of minutes.
Minutes? Well, that doesn't give people time to make any arrangements.
No, you're right. It doesn't give them time to make funeral arrangements. The bodies must be carried to the street and burned. They must be burned immediately. Soak them with gasoline and burn them. The bereaved will have to forego the dubious comforts that a funeral service will give. They're just dead flesh and dangerous.
I see.
Judy, I need you to find some bedspreads or sheets to tear up into small strips, okay? Is there a fruit cellar here?
Yes.
We need some bottles or jars to make Molotov cocktails and hold them off while we try to escape.
Hey, there's a big can of kerosene down there.
I'll see what I can find.
I'll look for the bottles.
Hey, there's a big can of kerosene down there.
Key to the gas pump on it.
I'll check.
Why do you have kerosene in your
Lamps.
basement?
Window
Oh,
upstairs.
lamps, yeah.
Meantime, a couple of us can go out and try to
Yeah,
get
I
the
just
gas
realized
and come back
lamps
for the
because,
rest
you know,
of
back in the day.
But that'll leave a door open someplace.
Yeah, that's right. It better be this door. It's closer to the truck. Before we go out, we'll put some supplies behind the cellar door. While we're gone, the rest of you can hold up in there.
I found some fruit jars in the cellar. And there's a key on here that's labeled for the gas pump out back.
I'm not really that used to the truck. I found it abandoned.
I can handle the truck, no sweat.
You're it, then. You and I'll go. We'll put whatever lumber we find behind the cellar door. You can go upstairs and toss the cocktails from a window. Tom, you and I will have to unboard this door. After you toss the cocktails, you hustle back down here and lock this door. It's no good to board it up because we'll have to get back in quickly. After we get the gas and get back into the house, then we'll worry about getting everybody into the truck. Now let's move it.
He doesn't want to do it, but he knows there's no other option.
Are that before this emergency is over, we will need many, many more such rescue stations.
You always have a smile for me. How can you smile like that all the time? How many do you have done? Come on, honey, we gotta move.
Tom, are you sure about the phone?
The phone is dead out. All you get is a recorded message.
If I can only call the folks.
The line, I guess, is
They're
taken.
going to be so worried about us.
Everything will be all right. As soon as we get to Willard, we'll call them. They might even be there.
I know.
Or they're dead.
Tom,
I mean, they might have built a quick door.
are you sure
Like-
we're doing the right thing?
Like
Tom?
in a survival situation like this, everyone who's not
Television
with
said
you
that's the right thing to do.
presumed dead.
We've got to get to a rescue station.
I
That's
don't
just the
know.
best way to go about
You're
it.
starting to sound like Mr. Cooper now.
Why do you
Well,
have to go
unless-
out there?
Look, I know how to handle that truck.
You
and I can
previously
handle the pump.
decided on a
Ben doesn't
place
know
to
anything
meet.
about that stuff.
But we're safe
Yes.
in here.
For how long? honey?
Then they're
We're safe now.
presumed
But there's going to be
elsewhere.
more
Then
and
they're
more of those
presumed
things.
either there or
I
on the
know
way
all
there.
that.
Unless if they don't show.
If you're
Or like-
there and they don't show, you leave some way for them to know which way you went anyway.
Remember how
Just to be
difficult it
sure.
was
Yeah.
for us to convince
Yeah.
you that it was right to leave. Remember we had to go to Willard then? This isn't a passing thing, honey. It's not like just a wind passing through. We've got to do something, and fast.
Flute sounds hype.
I just don't want you to go out there, that's all.
Hey,
Also,
Smiley,
these two said that they were on the way to the
where's that big
lake.
smile for me?
Wouldn't they be in a car?
Boy, you're sure no use at all.
Wouldn't there be a second car outside that is probably still loaded with gas?
You...
Because they were in the car and they heard it on the radio.
Yes.
So...
But the car isn't gonna transport everyone at once.
True.
So they need a truck.
We better get her downstairs.
We have to go downstairs now, Barbara.
She's right. You have to go downstairs now, just for a little while, until we get back. Then we can all leave.
Oh, I'd like to leave. Yes.
You can like barely
Acting 100. If she's actually turning, because they said it's 4 minutes, it's been way more than 4 minutes, so like, I don't think she's actually turning, unless if she didn't die and she just turns without becoming dead.
Yeah.
I mean, she's not dead. Maybe she's doing a slow turn.
Yeah.
But that boarded up pretty well.
Yeah, of course. Our man knows what he did, you know?
Know what it is, man.
He know how to board door.
Window sounds.
Look at all of them.
They're just Debbie vibing.
Okay, toss him!
Look at all those chickens. Yeet! Almost lights the truck on fire.
I mean, the truck is not gonna just be on fire for one Molotov cocktail.
No,
It's
I
a
know.
metal truck.
Yeah, and back in the day they were actually made out of proper materials. Oh, he actually got one. Imagine if that wasn't scripted.
Good shot, old chap. Run.
I'm going with.
Get back in the cellar.
I'm going.
It's too late. It's too late.
Why did you do that? Because now he's gonna board himself in.
I mean, he do be gonna board the door again, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. Headshots. Headshots. Go for the head. Try it. Figure it out. Did you just drop the gun?
No, I think he dropped it into the carpet because he needed to climb up. He needed hands to climb. Oh, he on fire!
Hey, isn't that the man from the beginning?
Yeah, it is. I think so.
Stack them all.
Oh, they be sliding.
That actually sounds like a pretty fun thing to do. Just... What is my role? You latch onto the bumper and just slide.
You power slide behind the main character.
It's actually a pretty dangerous thing to film. Like,
actually, nah. The car is going at like 1 mile a second. An hour.
Yeah, true.
A second.
It's not that
Jesus.
fast.
Imagine 1 mile a second.
Keep them in line of fire.
This key won't work. Watch it.
Watch the torch.
Ah, shit.
You gotta get away from the pump. Hang on.
Tom, turn your cars and get out of the truck.
Yep, that truck is definitely gonna explode.
Let's get out of here. Come on, come on.
My jacket's gone.
How did the middle of the car explode? There's nothing there.
Hollywood fashion. It was probably the transmission.
I mean, they put a bomb in the truck bed and that's what happened, but...
Probably. Yeah, I mean...
Obviously.
They probably put a gas bag there. Stop going for the heart! It's not working! Figure something else out!
Yeah, but if you have received any gun training, like that's what you're supposed to do.
Well, yes, but...
Like, unless you're a gamer, like, going for the head isn't really something people do that much. Maybe a sniper does that, sometimes. Usually not.
Light the tree.
Coming in. Cooper. Cooper.
He's going. You saw him look at him like, you motherfucker. At least he came to help.
Yeah. Okay, so who do we have now? We have
man. We have coward man.
Coward man.
We have coward man's
and
wife.
Child.
We have whack ass woman. And we have child.
Definitely not the best move to start killing him as well.
Nice, just give him a couple punches.
drag you out there and feed you those things.
Pretty good job.
Roasted meat. You know, I was actually expecting a lot worse when it comes to like effects and stuff from a movie this whole. But it seems they were actually
pretty good.
Already pretty good back then.
Kowalski, what's the budget on this movie like? Is that today's money or back then's money, Kowalski?
Squeaky chair.
Squeaky squeak.
Isn't it 3 o'clock yet? There's supposed to be another broadcast at 3 o'clock.
10 minutes.
Oh, only 10 more minutes? We don't have very long to wait. We can leave. Oh, we better leave soon. It's 10 minutes to 3.
Yeah, she definitely lost her mind.
You know anything about this area at all? I mean, is Willard the nearest town?
I don't know. We were just trying to get to a motel before dark.
You said those things turned your car over. You think we can get it back on its wheels and drive it? Where is it?
Seems like it was pretty far away. Seems like we ran.
Forget it. It's at least a mile.
Johnny has the keys.
You're gonna carry that child a mile through that army of things out there?
I can carry the kid. What's wrong with her? How'd she get hurt?
One of those things grabbed her.
Bit her on the arm.
What's wrong?
Who knows what kind of disease those things carry? Is she conscious?
Barely.
She can't walk. She's too weak.
Well, one of us could try to get to the car.
You gonna turn it over by yourself?
You can't start the car. Johnny has the keys.
Insomnia. She's
You have
dying.
a car? Where? Where is it?
You won't be able to start it.
Yeah, I know. But where is it?
Ooh, good. He's just
Good Lord.
Oh, nom 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 nom.
Being monitored closely by scientists at all the radiation detection stations. At this hour, they report the level of the mysterious radiation continues to increase steadily. So long as this situation remains, government spokesmen warn that
how is
dead
the
bodies
radiation
will continue
just
to be
increasing?
transformed into the flesh-eating ghouls.
Mhm.
All persons who die during this crisis, from whatever cause, will come back to life to seek human victims unless their bodies are first disposed of by cremation. Our news cameras have just returned from covering such a search and destroy operation against the ghouls. This one conducted by Sheriff Connor
Oh, they're calling them ghouls
in
now?
Butler County, Pennsylvania. So now let's go to that film report. All
I mean,
law
they
enforcement
do be
agencies
ghouls.
and the military have been organized to search out and destroy the marauding ghouls.
No
Survival
ghouls.
Command Center at the Pentagon
That guy on the right
disclosed that a
was the
ghoul
same
can be
actor
killed
Yeah.
as the guy who died in the truck.
or a heavy
They're
blow
not
to
calling
the
them
skull.
ghouls, they're calling them
Officials are
goons.
quoted as explaining that since the
Which is
brain
a
of
word
ghoul
for
has
criminals.
been activated by the radiation,
Yeah.
the plan is kill the brain and you kill the ghoul.
Or anything from the supply wagon, cuz.
Alright, so now they've got Kill the Brain figured out.
Hey, Cass, put that thing all the way in the fire. We don't want it getting up again.
They've got Kill the Brain figured out.
Going? Oh, things aren't going too bad.
Good.
The men are taking it pretty good. You want to get on the other side of the road over there?
Over there.
I think we'll be able to defeat these things.
Well, we killed 19 of them today right in this area. Those last 3 we caught trying to claw their way into an abandoned shed. They must have thought somebody was in there. There wasn't, though. We heard them making all kind of noise. We came over and beat them off, blasted them down. Yeah, okay.
Chief, if I were surrounded by 6 or 8 of these things, would I stand a chance with them?
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot them in the head. That's a sure way to kill them. If you don't, get yourself a club or a torch. Beat them or burn them. They go up pretty easy.
Well, Chief McClellan, how long do you think it will take you until you get the situation under control?
Well, that's pretty hard to say. We don't know how many of them there are. We know when we find them, we can kill them.
Are they slow-moving, Chief?
Yeah, they're dead. They're all messed up.
Well, in time, would you say you ought to be able to wrap this up in 24 hours?
Well, we don't really know. We know we'll be into it most of the night, probably into the early morning. We're working our way toward Willard, and we'll team up with the National Guard over there, and then we'll be able to give a more definite view.
Thank you very much, Chief McClellan. This is Bill Cardill, WIC TV 11 News.
Thank you, Bill, for that report. Official spokesman declined to speculate just how long it may take to kill off all the flesh eaters, so long as the heavy rain...
It's reasonable.
Power's out.
Of course.
Is the fuse box in the cellar?
I don't know. It isn't the fuse. The power lines are down. Helen, I have to get that gun.
Haven't you had enough?
Look, 2 people are dead already on account of that guy. Take a look out that window.
Rock
and stone. Lick. It's pretty legit.
Just slowly check it through the window. Don't let him get you. He's gonna run away. What a coward.
No, he's gonna grab the gun.
Oh, gun.
Go on.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You want to stay up here now? Helen, get in the cellar. Get in the cellar now. Move!
Headbutt him.
Accidental discharge is gonna happen, somebody's gonna die. Did you just kill him?
Did you know?
Yeah, actually, yeah, I technically would. Yeah.
Because he just made very clear that he would have killed the other guy.
Dead.
I mean, he's not dead yet.
No, he's coming back.
He's going to the cellar.
Within minutes, he'll be back alive.
He has to be dead first.
She's gonna die. I'm assuming he doesn't have enough bullets.
Oh, would you look at that? She did something.
She actually died, and she's gonna die now. Yeah, that was to be expected. She's one of them. And now she's gonna die. Ma'am, she does not recognize you.
Oh no, not an extremely easy to overpower child.
Not being able to kill your daughter is what gets you killed. That's great parenting right there.
I wonder if this was the start of like the scary little girl movies.
Probably. Actually. Maybe, I don't know.
It might be.
It does seem that way. Yep, she's dead.
She disagrees with you.
That's the brother. As you previously said, he's coming back.
Back to the past, Samurai Jack, watch out. Oh, she gone.
Well, at least she went by the hand of her brother.
Love.
Dude, you're not saving her.
I wonder if this is just one of those movies where everyone dies. Oh, it's the first guy again.
And she's behind him.
Falcon.
Yeah, I think everybody's gonna die.
I'm thinking maybe our guy gets out.
Well, yeah, would you look at that? The only one to actually make it into the basement. I mean, there's a dead body in there as well.
I mean, he do have gun.
Yeah, but no way to reload that thing fast enough.
No, for the one in the basement.
For the one in the basement, yeah, I guess so. Actually, two in the basement though.
Possibly two in the basement. I don't think the woman, the female, is standing up with the amount of damage she took to the stomach.
Only the brain kills them.
It doesn't. Yeah, I'm not saying she's not getting back alive. I'm saying she's not standing up.
Yeah. Yeah, that wall doesn't seem like it's gonna hold them off for very long.
It's gonna hold them off for a little bit.
Oh, she did. And he's back. Do it.
Kill him again.
Shoot him again. That's a waste of bullets.
Yeah, no, it's just to make sure.
Also, reload the gun because he might also come back.
Yeah. Is it gonna pre-tap her? No.
I wonder how this film ends.
You're about to find out.
Yeah, it's actually a very interesting film.
It's the start of zombies, of course it is.
There's a door there. Or is that a closet?
Be sure to let us know in the comments what you think of this film.
Set up a line of sight. They're just leaving?
They're giving up.
Alright, that's it. We're gonna leave.
I think they're just like walking around a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what a peaceful house! I'm sure nothing bad has ever happened here.
The question is, are they gone or are they still in there? Helikopter.
Oh, a chopper. A chopter. A helikopter. The squad. The guy with the fucking pistol.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's like, I'm gonna kill them all. I mean, to be honest, it's not the worst pistol you can have possibly.
I mean, he's gonna do fine. Like, he's in a line with a bunch of other people.
It's harder for them to grab onto.
Policar. Probably to find bodies or something.
Yeah, people who are still alive.
Hey, Al, you want to get about 4 or 5 men and a couple dogs? There's a house over here behind those trees.
Look at he
You
has
wanna go
like
check it
3
out?
cigars on his head.
Yeah, Chief, we're going to stay with it till we meet up with the National Guard.
Where'd you get the coffee?
One of the volunteers, you're doing all the work, you take it.
Thank you. We should be wrapped up here about 3 or 4 more hours. We'll probably get into Willard then. I guess you can go over there and meet the National Guard. Nick, you and the rest of these men want to come with me?
Tell Dom to check in the office, see what's happening.
All right, Steve, tell him we're going to stay with it, and everything appears to be under control.
I wonder if they're gonna find all of the dead bodies. Oh no, he's still alive. Trying not to fall asleep.
Looks like the cellar was kinda safe after all. Dodge sounds.
Looks like Coward Boy was right.
Lucky guess.
They need you down there by the barn. You guys can follow the wagon down. I only need a few men
Not
to
sure
check
what car
out
that
the
was.
house.
The car.
Deze ding is...
This
This is explosion truck.
Yeah, sure looks like it, Cal.
Yeah, that's I think a Chevy.
No, it's truck.
Don't go out yet.
Go out, spoon. The gunman. Are they gonna shoot him? I think they're gonna shoot him.
Probably. Probably gonna mistake him for a zombie.
My guess is they're shooting him.
He's a dead one. Get up here. Nick, Tony.
Actually, no, it's an American movie. It's gonna have a happy ending, so they're gonna rescue him. Actually, back in this time, they might not have had happy endings all the time.
Mm-hmm.
You, drag that out of here and throw it on the fire. Nothing down here. All right, go ahead down and give him a hand. Let's go check out the house. There's something there. I heard a noise. All right, Vince, hit him in the head, right between the eyes.
Yep, they shot him.
Yeah.
Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go. get him.
Okay,
Let's
that
another
was
one
a
set fire.
human you killed.
Meat hooks to move the bodies.
Mm-hmm. But they don't have to touch him.
Credit.
Makes sense. Interesting way of doing credits.
Mijn credits weren't standardized yet.
Yeah.
So what you think, man?
Interesting film. Definitely expected a worse film. You know, especially for the like effects and stuff. Which I guess there's not like VFX and stuff, but it's
Oh, Bill, Chili Billy Carla, Cardi. Oh yeah. Sorry.
The guts and stuff, you know, they were pretty good.
I'm pretty sure one of those livers was just an actual animal liver.
Yeah, probably. I expect them to take a lot of the actual stuff as well.
Come ahead with the motorcycle, please. Let's go back there. That's the way. Hey, Randy, light these torches over here.
Hey, Randy, light these torches over here. Ben burning meteen.
Yeah, interesting. A really good movie. I think that one man really made it. I think the one man really made it.
Yeah, he was definitely the best guy in the movie.
Yeah. Actually knew what he was doing.
Alright, if you made it all this way, consider leaving a like. Thanks for watching all of this, and we'll see you in the next video.